Hello and welcome to Gross Commission, Truth in Real Estate Brokerages, where we help you understand the truth about the real estate brokerage industry so you can make smart decisions about your real estate career, earn more money, and keep more of the money you make. This is Kevin Cahill.
And this is Lisa Cahill. Today, we will discuss how to make yourself simply irresistible to potential customers.
Recently, we were listening to that fantastic song by Robert Palmer, Simply Irresistible. And it got us thinking, how do realtors make themselves simply irresistible to home sellers and home buyers? Consumers these days are hearing a lot of confusing noise, really, in all sorts of areas. There's so much coming at people, whether on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, television, radio, all sorts of streaming devices and services. And consumers tend to put their guard up really fast, no matter what is being shared with them. So how do you stand out as a realtor? And how do you rise above the noise, the clattering gongs, the confusion? As a realtor since 1999, there has only been one certain way for me to stand out, and that has been for me to demonstrate mastery. There are so many agents out there, and so many of them to consumers all seem the same, and yet those who are pursuing mastery stand out.
Right. We talk about this all the time. If you know a little, you'll make a little money as a realtor. If you know a decent amount about real estate, you'll make a decent amount of money. If you know a ton, if you have reached mastery, you will make a ton of money because mastery equals money.
Certainly in my early years of my real estate career, simply because I was new to the business, I hadn't achieved mastery. But I was purposefully on a path toward mastery, and people could see that very quickly. And consumers found that to be irresistible.
So when you would talk to people and the subject of real estate came up, and knowing you as I do, I know you had a positive attitude, you were concerned for other people, and you were looking to be helpful. And you knew a lot about your local area, and you read a lot about real estate market in general. And you kept abreast of these factors that impact the real estate market, like lending and jobs and the overall economy. So people would enjoy talking with you about their homes and the real estate market in their community.
You bet. And it's pretty amazing. People love to talk about real estate in general. They love to sort of, gossip a bit about home prices, the prices their neighbors are asking for their homes, what people are doing to their kitchens and bathrooms, even paint colors and landscaping, and what's trendy and new in home decor. So long as you're cool about it, not bugging them about who they know who might need to buy or sell in the next 3 to 6 months. That'll get people turning tail on you at a gathering. But just knowing what is happening in their community, they love to talk about real estate.
Let's discuss what mastery is in real estate.
Well, mastery is the acquisition of 3 attributes: knowledge, skill, and experience. And through this podcast and the resources we make available on our website, reallean.com, we want to help you achieve mastery as quickly as possible. Now, many experts have studied mastery. One of my favorite books is by Jeff Colvin. It's called Talent is Overrated, and the subtitle is What Really Separates World-Class Performers from Everybody Else. I love this book. He talked about Wayne Gretzky and Tiger Woods and all these people who have demonstrated mastery in sports and elsewhere. He explains that top performers achieve mastery after about 10,000 hours of practicing their craft. One of the concepts that he shares is that time on task, overtime, beats talent. Let me say that again. Time on task, overtime, beats talent, which I believe is absolutely true. Think about it. 10,000 hours. Most people think of the average work week as 40 hours, and You work 50 weeks a year and 2 weeks of vacation per year. So that's about 2,000 hours at work each year. So mastery won't likely arrive until you've been at your craft for 5 years or so. So in my early years, I practiced my craft by doing everything I could to increase my knowledge of the real estate business. Everything I could to learn the skills applying that knowledge. And everything I could to gain experiences growing my knowledge and applying my skills. And over time, growing your knowledge, honing and applying your skills, and having more experiences, mastery starts to really show up.
And don't worry that you can't possibly ever be as big of an expert as one of the top agents in your area. We know a woman who is the city zoning officer in one of the communities where we do a lot of business. She knows a lot of people. We were surprised when she told us that one of the agents in town that really doesn't do a lot of business in terms of what our standards are was her go-to person in that city. We and many other agents do a lot more actual business in that city, and yet he had positioned himself as simply irresistible when she thinks of a local expert. Now we know the agent, he's a super nice guy, and he attends the city zoning commission meetings and appears knowledgeable and skillful. So he has achieved that positioning in her mind as an expert.
Right. He doesn't come to our mind as the top expert in that area, but he does to her.
So everyone has the opportunity to be that expert to the group that you come in contact with, as long as you are pursuing mastery.
Exactly. Getting involved, understanding the communities you serve, growing in your knowledge, and keeping current, this is how you demonstrate your professionalism and skill. When I was starting out as an agent in 1999, I decided that I needed to pick a niche, an area that I could really service and know very well. So I chose to spend a lot of time previewing homes, seemingly every home that came on the market, and I would do so purposefully. I'd print off the MLS info sheets on all these homes. I put them into a 3-ring binder organized by neighborhoods. In Shaker Heights and Cleveland Heights, Ohio, people shopped for homes by school districts. So I organized the properties by those school districts. I'd look closely at the homes, write down my notes, comments on the condition, the quality of any updates, the condition of the roof, the heating and cooling system, the appliances, just anything and everything, so that I could really gauge the pricing and how the market responded to this property on the market. Over time, my notebook was a very helpful resource, and just getting out and seeing all these homes was very educational and enlightening. I'd jot down my thoughts on the pricing, where I thought it might sell, how quickly I thought it might sell, and I became very proficient in these communities understanding pricing. One day, I was at a neighborhood gathering, and I met some people I hadn't known, and eventually the subject comes up, what do you do for a living? And I'm always laid back about discussing real estate. I let the other people choose to engage me in the conversation. If I tell them I'm a realtor and they want to talk about real estate, great. If not, no problem. And so these people asked me if I had seen the property on Shaker Boulevard that had just come on the market. I was able to answer them back asking, the red brick Georgian or the gray shingled colonial? I could tell they were impressed. They wanted to know about the Georgian. So I was able to tell them that I had just looked at it earlier that week. Now, did I look like I knew my stuff?
Yes, you did, I'm sure. You need to know your market. You need to know what's happening in real estate in general, and you need to be comfortable at any moment discussing homes.
And you need to be genuinely interested in helping people with their real estate needs. When someone has a question, even if you can't make any money off of it, what a compliment it is that people think of you as a resource. So help them as best you can.
That's right. Your aim is not to make money. Your aim is to help people. From that, money is a byproduct. This is in lockstep with what Napoleon Hill teaches. that you must give more in value and in service than you collect in fee in order to grow rich.
Correct. So if someone calls you up with a question about real estate, that person is saying, you are my go-to resource for all things real estate. Wow, what a compliment. You should be very thankful for that opportunity. The question may be outside your area of expertise, like phone calls I've had in the past dealing with an estate sale for the person's mother's estate in a whole other part of the country. Or maybe the person is asking you if you know a great flooring contractor. You have presented yourself as simply irresistible in their mind. You are their expert in real estate. So take that as a compliment, have an attitude of gratitude, and do what you can to help them.
So over time, you're also growing your network of people who help you get things done in real estate, like lenders, home inspectors, insurance agents, title officers, contractors, and you can refer these professionals to people who need their services. You don't look like you've achieved mastery if you don't know a good electrician or a good floor guy or a reputable moving company or a reasonable plumber or a decent handyman.
Yes, you need your network to grow your net worth. And as an agent, it's all about your database. Years ago, I taught a course called Your Business is Your Database. And it really remains so true. You need to grow your database every day, communicate with people in your database on a consistent basis, and present yourself as knowledgeable and trustworthy. And there are so many ways you can increase your sphere of influence and grow the number of people who, when they think of real estate, they think of you.
We were shown a property to one of our customers recently. It was a condo, and we were looking at the library in the clubhouse. It had various games and books, and we commented on how we had just gotten a new Scrabble game for my birthday. Our customer told us that she loves to play Scrabble, and that when she first moved to Florida, she didn't know anyone else who played Scrabble. She asked at the local library if there was any Scrabble clubs around, and the librarian said that there wasn't any, but that she would be happy to help her start one. She shared that there are now over 20 people that gather once a week to play Scrabble at the library. And Kevin and I were thinking about the various ways that agents can meet people and see new people regularly and eventually get to know them well enough to demonstrate their knowledge of real estate in the area and end up with a good amount of real estate business by doing what they enjoy and not having to door knock, cold call, or spend insane amount of money on advertising that just doesn't work all that well anyway.
In everything you do, you have the opportunity to increase your knowledge, hone your skills, and grow in your experiences, and to meet people who share common interests, who will like you, who will trust you, and who will want to send business your way. And this is really the heart of what business should be. And pursuing this path will make you simply irresistible.
We hope you join us next time when we talk about growing your gross commission.
You've been listening to Gross Commission, Truth in Real Estate Brokerages with Kevin Cahill,
And Lisa Cahill.
where we help you understand the truth about the real estate brokerage industry so you can make smart decisions about your real estate career, earn more money, and keep more of the money you make. Visit us at reallean.com to learn more about our company and to access our resources. Franchise opportunities are available across the country.
Please be sure to subscribe to our podcast and share with your friends. Goodbye for now.